Hi, friends. Hello. Welcome back. I hope you're having a great day. If you're not, you're about to. If you're new here, my name is Carlneesha. This is I Have Something to Say, your weekly lesbian agenda meeting where I talk about all things queer, all things chaotic, and probably thoughts I should have kept to myself. You clicked this. You wanted to see me talk about this stuff, so I don't really care. Exactly. Before we hop into the episode, I do just want to give a big thank you for you tuning in today. If today's your first time, if this is your second time back, whatever the case may be, the love that I have received from doing this podcast in a short amount of time has really just reconfirmed that this is my true passion. The fact that we're over 700 subscribers within 4 episodes, I'm so thankful, so blessed, and I hope that you come back every week because I be having stuff to say. Exactly. Tell you the story. I'm gonna tell you anyways because you clicked on this. This is what you wanted to hear. So I woke up this morning. It's Saturday afternoon, and I was like, I should really start meal prepping. I need to have a small waist, fat ass, all the things. So I'm like, let me start cooking. But then it occurred to me the last time that I really wasn't cooking girly. Let me tell you what happened. So I was cooking as I was watching football, as one does, and I had a drinky drink. And the drinky drink was a little bit strong. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a little bit strong. I was cooking some shrimp tacos. Now, the first batch that I had made, they were so good. So I said, obviously, I need some more. I was frying the shrimp, so I had to turn the oil back. But I was like, oh my God, I'm about to miss the game. Let me just turn the oil all the way up on high so that the oil can heat faster. So I turned the oil up. I go sit back down to go watch the game. The game is getting intense. I'm still drinking my drink. All of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I hear, I look over. My stove is on fire. It took a second for it to click. Y'all, I ran over to the stove, and again, it's on fire. I'm just a girl at the end of the day. I know there's different kinds of fires. Which one this is, I don't really know. I know there's one that you could smother. I know there's some kind of electric one, and I know there's one you put water on. Which one is this again? I'm just a girl. I just a girl. So I tried to smother it with some salt. I do a little salt bake motion. I didn't know that you're supposed to put a lot on there. That's not what they told me in class. So I just put a little bit. It didn't do anything. So I said, okay, maybe this is not the smothering kind of fire. Maybe I should just suffocate it with the lid. I can't find a lid. So I said, obviously, this grease fire has to be put out with water. That's the only other explanation. So I lift this pan up off the stove to the kitchen sink. I turn that bitch on hot, and it went boom. And my whole house caught on fire, and my house flooded. Wow. And my neighbor's house. And that was the last time that I really was a cooking girly. So, moral of the story is I'm going to try to cook this weekend. If y'all don't get episode 6, that's why. This week's episode, I just think that everyone in their own respective lives thinks that they're a pretty good girlfriend. I would like to think that I'm a pretty good girlfriend. And the more that I sat and thought about it, I was like, am I? At the end of the day, I'm single. So I said, why don't I call the people who know me most? My friends. They would never lie to me. Before my friends expose me, we got to get into this week's drink of the week. Now, I'm doing something a little bit different. So I found this at Target. It is the Trip Mindful Blend. This is the wild strawberry flavor, and it's a sparkling drink. Now, this is only 25 calories. So I said, oh my God, this is perfect. Hold on. Let me get... Oh. She sound kind of like me. Okay, so we're gonna pour her, and I was just in a really obviously pink mood, so we're just gonna pour her up. Oh, all right, let's do a little taste test. Oh, that's nice. That is hold on, that is refreshing. Trip, y'all might have did y'all big ones. And this specific one, I seen it, and it has 3 months of Calm Premium for free. Yeah. And also because now that I'm in my 30s, and people be talking about hydration, I am going to add something to it. So Bowie sent me these hydration drops, and this is not sponsored. You could put these in alcohol. I used this yesterday. I woke up, I'm recording. Exactly. So you just put, look, 2 little squirts in there. Hold on. Give me another taste test. It's refreshing, and I know I'm getting hydrated. So this week I decided to add a snack because I was looking through some of these submissions for lesbian court. I gotta bring something different. So if you haven't seen these, I also got these at Target. They're the Drizzlicious salted caramel bites. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm sorry. If you can hear me too, I'm so sorry, but it's just so good. Actually, on a scale of 1 to 10, this might be the first 10 on the episode because that is so refreshing, and especially on a day like this where I have so much to say, this is gonna be the perfect drink. I think it's time to get into everyone's favorite segment. Somebody cue my theme music. It's time for lesbian court.
Lesbian Court merch is now live. I will make sure to link it down below. I would love if you guys come and shop and support me. We got some hats, some totes, some cute shirts, and of course a cute little sweater, so go shop.
If you're just tuning in for the first time and you're like, what's lesbian court? Don't worry, I'm about to explain it to you. So every week I ask y'all for some submissions on advice, love stories, dating complications, anything that you want my opinion on, amen, because I am the judge, amen, I am the jury, amen, and I am the prosecutioner, amen. Case number 1, I need your advice. I'm in a 3-year plus relationship with a female who doesn't really vibe with me. Let me read you that sentence one more time. I'm in a 3-year plus relationship with a female who doesn't really vibe with me. She loves me and would do anything for me, but I don't believe she really like that. She doesn't celebrate Pride at all. She doesn't embrace the community, but she can't sleep without me or go a day without me. It's smothering. I can have whatever I want when I want. She takes care of me, but she doesn't take care of me. She just wants head and the D. And I'm knowing this. I've not cheated on her yet. My heart is still searching, and I have a feeling she would be okay with dealing with me while I dealt with someone else. How can I keep her respect? This is where because you wanted me to be on your side, and I'm not. And this case is going to go real quick, real fast. You have been in this relationship for over 3 years, and you're just now realizing that she doesn't vibe with you. For the past 3 years, you've been giving her head and deal with nothing in return, and now you're realizing that you might want to deal with somebody else. I have no sympathy for you. None. She doesn't take care of you, but she takes care of you. She wants to go to sleep on the phone with you all the time, but she don't really vibe with you. But you've been doing this for 3 years. You did this to yourself. Guilty on all accounts. And honestly, I sentenced you to continue out this relationship. Actually, go buy her a Chanel bag. Buy me one too. Next case. Hi, I love your channel. I'm Sabaya, 25, from Brooklyn, New York. I've been publicly out as a lesbian for about a year, but I was DL my whole life. I've been dating more since graduating last year. I feel like I've been on so many first dates. Not complaining, it's been fun but fruitless. I'm not looking for my wife per se, but I've noticed a pattern that people have gotten out of serious relationships and only wish for casual relations, whatever the F that means. Temporary flings, and attempting to cheat with me. There has not been one person thus far that has expressed genuine romantic interest in me, and that's a super uncomfortable feeling. It's the same exact treatment I would get from men when I date them. Do people look at me and think she's just for fun and use, not someone you invest time and feelings in? Obviously, I reject them because I don't need that type of fuckery around me. But I guess I want to know how to navigate dating when you're only being pursued and perceived as someone that isn't serious. Now, because I am an impartial judge, amen, hold on. The first thing that stuck out for me, right, was you said you're not looking for your wife per se, and then but we're mad that people want flings. Okay, people are coming to you for temporary flings. I feel like, what are they supposed to come to you with? You don't want a wife. Okay, let's say that's not what you're telling them. Let's say they just end up getting to these temporary flings. The next thing that stood out for me as the defense amen, was you said it's the same exact treatment I would get from men when I would date them. The biggest thing that came into my head is, are you treating these women the way that you were treating these men? Because if you are, that's spooky. That's spooky, friend. You genuinely, in my heart of hearts, believe that dating women and dating men are two different things. Like, the way that you approach dating a man and the way that you approach dating a woman should be different. I am a firm believer in that. So I would go as far to ask you, like, what does that look like? But for the sake of, the argument of the case, let's say that you are treating these two like two separate things. You've been going into this with intentional feelings as you're dating these women, and somehow they're just only giving you this casual side of them. Honestly, it's about to be summer, so I think it is going to be tricky. So how do you navigate? I would say, number one, you got to make your intentions known day one. You got to let her know that this is a strict program. We don't do this back and forth. We don't do these temporary flings. Make that known day one. And if she's still like, oh, I don't know, you have to be like grown enough to say, okay, thank you, but like, no thank you, and I'm out. And you just gotta go. But if you're okay with like not looking for your wife, maybe it turns into more down the road. Once you get to that point, again, you gotta tell Miss Girl, because again, it's summer, friend. Like, I don't know, I think that the girls are just trying to have that temporary fling, and if you're not looking for your wife, what are they supposed to do? It's not bad. I think you're in the right space. You're asking the right questions now. You've only been out for about a year. You're gonna be fine, friend. The judge, me, you're innocent. You really are. It's the first day out here. So I want you to take this summer, just figure out what you like, what you don't like, what you're really, really looking for. If you're not looking for your wife, cool. If you're looking for your wife and maybe like this made you realize that, cool. Let's set some intentions before we go out to Pride, amen. Because when you go out and you meet that stud with the locks, with the lineup, and she hurt your feelings, do not come back to me saying that I didn't tell you this. Next case. My situation is kind of old, but feelings are still there. I recently got divorced from my ex-wife, but didn't want it. It's kind of a long story, so I will see if I can keep it short. Probably not. When we lived together in 2024, I was kind of depressed, so I just wasn't being all that I could be as a wife to her, and eventually I felt her slipping away. I wanted to take a job in another state because it was the only offer I had in months, and also I felt that I needed to take it, so I left. I didn't think she'd care because for months she had been rejecting my affection and just seemed very standoffish and like she just didn't really want anything to do with me. Fast forward, I moved, we're still talking, and we decided that we wanted to work on us still. Maybe a month later, she tells me she actually wants a divorce and realizes she isn't attracted to me anymore and doesn't have feelings for me. So I have been trying to force myself since the beginning of 2025 to really get over this woman. But to this day, I just can't. I don't know. A piece of me feels like she would come back because we still communicate. We had cats together. She'd still be liking some of my stories, and we almost went on a trip together. LOL. I don't know. I guess I need advice on whether or not I should forget about her, be cordial friends, or if I should tell her how I feel, or just keep quiet. Man, I don't know, LOL, but I think about her every day, and I know it's one-sided. Friend, please do not piss me off today. Let's break down the fact together. You're divorced. So you said, let me take a job out of state from my wife. Then when you moved, you said, let's work on us as you're out of state. Then she said, actually, I want to get a divorce and I'm not attracted to you no more. Then you said, it's okay because we still communicate about the cats and you like my stories and we almost went on a trip. Did I get that right? Friend, okay, maybe y'all did get divorced for a reason. I feel like there's some growing maybe needed on both ends. Of course, you think about her every day. You married her, and I don't think you married her lightly, but the fact that you got divorced you got depressed and you said the best thing for my relationship is for me to move out of state where I will then continue to work on my relationship, and then it didn't work out. Friend, I don't know if we should have did that. I feel like we should have stayed, made it work before we had moved. And then when you moved, and then a month into that, she says she's not attracted to you anymore. That's a big change. It doesn't happen just like at the blink of an eye. I feel like there's something missing in there. What that is, I don't know. But to hold on to y'all still communicate because you have cats together, she still be liking your stories. I mean, I be liking people's stories that I haven't talked to since middle school. And you almost went on a trip together, but you didn't. You get me? I feel like if you are truly thinking about her every day, like you say that you do, and it is one-sided, I hope you took this time since 2024 to focus and work on your mental health. Date her again. There is as many people in 2026 that have gotten together, broken up, and then later on down the line gotten back together. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you really truly love her the way that you say you do, even though you know it's one-sided, you can win her back. I don't feel like she would have married you for any other reason if she didn't really love you. And I think that there's something that is to be said for her still keeping communication with you, even if it's just about the cats. That is something big if this is your ex-wife now. But just make sure when you do stuff, bring it to court first before you decide to move out of state. Because if you moved from California to Florida, I'm not attracted either. I don't know, friend. I don't know. And see, I don't even know if I can find you guilty because it could have been the depression. Amen. We're gonna call this a mistrial. Once you see this episode air, write me back. Tell me what your plan is. And if you do reach out to her, tell me how it goes. And then we'll come back with a verdict next week. Because I believe in you, friend. You just make some questionable decisions. And I just didn't think you had me in your corner at the time. But you got me now, think about it. I feel like the court has reached a decision this week. Honestly, I feel like these court cases weren't bad. I feel like we did good. I feel like we're on the up and up with these court cases. And speaking of being judged, I just have a question. When you're talking about dating and you're telling your friends, you're telling your group chat, do you think they actually tell you the truth? I think that I'm a pretty good person to date. I don't know. I think I'm kind of thoughtful. I think I'm kind of funny. I think I'm emotionally available most of the time. And I don't know. I was just thinking, if I ask my friends, would they say the same thing? Will this be character development? Maybe. Will I be defending myself? Absolutely. Will I regret this by the end of the day? Also, probably yes. Let's get into the calls. I asked my friends, what's my biggest green flag and what's my biggest red flag? Before we get into these responses from my friends, I want you right now in your group chat, ask your friends to send you a voice note of your biggest green flag, of your biggest red flag. I'll wait. Because I'm not about to do this by myself. I'll wait.
I think your biggest green flag is that you're a nice person, genuinely. You're very kind-hearted, and that you're confident in who you are, in what you represent, and what you believe. You're very confident in that aspect. So those are huge green flags.
That was it.
This red flag is probably that you present yourself more available than what you really are. Because I've been on this island for 2 months, and I just feel like I still ain't had that drink, but go off, sis.
Honestly, for the first call, that's not bad. We'll take that. I can work with that. My biggest red flag is that I'm too nice. I'm too giving. Exactly. Let's move on to the next person because I don't feel like we got any bad details. We're good there.
My name is Kiana, and even though I don't partake in vagina, I do support all of the bad bitches that do. So to answer your first question, what is your biggest green flag? Well, honestly, I think your biggest green flag and your biggest red flag are the same. And I will explain why. So we talked about this before, but I think one, or your biggest green flag is definitely the fact that you are just very open and you are all in when it comes to a relationship. Like as soon as you meet that person, like you know what you want, you know what you like, and you go for it. And when you see somebody that you like, that you find attractive, like you are completely open and honest with them. And I think that's very refreshing, because there are a lot of people, that are extremely closed off, that are untruthful when it comes to getting to know somebody in the beginnings of a relationship. But that brings me to your biggest red flag, which is the same thing. Like, I think you go way too hard in the beginning, and that should be pissing me off, honestly. And you know this. It's like there's nothing wrong with being open with somebody that you're getting to know and that you're talking to. But I think that you be doing a little too much, and that allows people to take advantage of you, because you are just so, like, you very much wear your heart on your sleeve. And again, that can definitely be a good thing if you are talking to the right person and if the feelings are mutual. But if they're not, then that gives them the opportunity to take advantage of your feelings for them.
Oh, if this is sounding like love anymore, I don't know. I don't know if we should keep going, because the thing that I love about my friends so much is that they know how much I love them, and the way that I do care about the people that I care about is exactly what they're saying. And I feel like a lot of what I'm probably going to hear from my friends is something that I already knew. And I think it's a little bit hard to hear, because I do wear my heart on my sleeve, and I know it's not the best thing to do, but I don't ever want a past situation in my life to affect how I show up for the next person, and I don't know, maybe hearing this is gonna I may have to change my mind.
That Hawaii time, child, like, either way, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Biggest green flag is you are genuine, authentic, and loyal. I think that those were some of the first things I kind of noticed off the bat, that you were like super down to earth, and very just like warm and welcoming. I mean, it was just a conversation between strangers. That's how they all are. But I think that you were really able to bring a comfort to the other side of the dialogue, because you were so down to earth and because you came off very genuine. It kind of gives the luxury of the other person not really having to overthink or worry about what to say or how to act, because you are yourself, and so it just automatically gives the other person permission to be their self. And so I would think like authentic and genuine and loyal to the soil. I think those are the green flags. Biggest red flag, all your flags are pink. They're not red, so to say, but I would say that you don't realize how special you are, and so you can kind of get into a situation where, because you're not aware of like your true power. I know that you're powerful, and that you're authentic, and that you are the baddest and all of that, but I don't think you realize to the extent of that, and that can be toxic, because if you don't know that you are intoxicating, it's like you don't know what you do to people. And so I think that could be like I said, a pink flag. I wouldn't say red, but I would say pink flag, because I think if you knew that, you wouldn't be in situations where you make niggas have to get out they red flags and they gang banging and wanting to pitchfork folks, on your behalf. So
My friends are truly the best in the world. I feel like we're getting a common theme here. So if you did send this to your friends and they are responding, if you're getting a common theme, please let me know down below so I'm not by myself.
That your biggest green flag is your authenticity. So what I love about you is that we can be in two different rooms with two totally different groups of people, and you are going to be the same in both rooms, right, no matter who it is. Right. So I love how with you, we get you every single time, and I love that. Like, you don't change who you are. You are funny, sweet, crazy with everyone. So yeah, I think that's your biggest green flag. Moving on, what is your biggest red flag? So, no shade, cousin.
It's giving shade.
Your biggest red flag is probably how fast you fall. Like, when you like someone, it's not a tiptoe. It's just full send ahead.
What the freak?
So sometimes your heart can get invested before you get a chance to really see who someone is. I know, like, there have been times where I come in on a Monday and you telling me, oh, we love this person and we talking to this person.
What the
and
freak?
blase, blase. And then on Wednesday, oh, no, we don't talk to her no more. She an asshole. Or, oh, we don't talk to her no more.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. I don't even know why she did all that yelling. Cause how you gonna start it off with no shade, no shade, no shade, but it is shady. Next.
Anybody fucking asked for an intro, but it's Ash. It's her bestie. Y'all remember me. And if you don't, you ain't been rocking with her since the beginning. So fuck y'all for getting on the shit late. But welcome at the same time. We love you bad. Thanks for supporting my bestie. She's great.
Okay.
So what's your biggest green flag? I would say your communication. Like, your communication skills have always been something that I have loved and admired. I feel like whenever we have like deep conversations, like I always appreciate like how thoughtful you are and like what you bring to a conversation. Like I never have to worry about like your communication piece with me, and I've always appreciated that part of our friendship. Your biggest red flag is that, bitch, you don't see red flags, okay? For somebody who works in fucking optometry, for you not to see that shit, it's crazy as hell. Like, you wear glasses, come on, put them on a little bit, like, and you blind too, like, you got that strong ass prescription, like,
all right,
blind,
all right,
still can't see
all right. She did a little bit too much. This last one I saved because she truly gives me the most honest feedback in the way that's covered in so much love that I feel like I don't know if I'm ready to hear it, y'all. I don't know. Okay. It's gonna be okay. But if I start crying, like, turn it off.
Actually, before I get started, I'm just gonna say I love you. I don't know if you're gonna like what I say.
You see
I'll
what
probably
I
hear
mean?
about it later. That's cool.
You see what I mean?
But all right. So your biggest green flag is the fact that you are a lover girl through and through. You don't just say it, like, you live it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're all about your people.
Yeah.
You're consistent with your love, support, empathy. Like, I can go on and on. You are a lover girl. Did I say I love you? Because I do. All right. So here's your biggest red flag. It's your lack of self-esteem, especially in your relationships.
She didn't mean that, y'all.
It's your lack of self-esteem, especially in your relationships. I'm not saying this because I'm your best friend.
Then why are you saying it?
This is the outside looking in. But you're not always the problem. Sometimes it's those people that you choose. Like, you give so much so fast. They really don't deserve it. They don't deserve you most of the time. And I'm tired of you just doing shit for real. It's getting on my nerves, and I might put you in timeout. I don't know. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I am tired. I am sick and I'm tired. That was humbling. I think the most surprising answer was probably that last one. Not surprising in a way like, oh my God, why would she say that about me? But because it's so accurate. And I think that sometimes I lose myself. And I think that's why I've been like working really hard about like therapy corner on here every week. And just really try to show up my best self. I know that there's always something that I can work on. I can always show up better to the people that I love. So thank you to my friends for doing that. Y'all were a little bit too loud. When y'all watch this, apologize, and apologize quickly. But now to move on out of that, we're gonna start on our therapy corner segment anyways. I got this game from Truth or Drink. It's by Cut. So we're gonna be pulling 3 cards together. Of course, y'all already know you're gonna play along with me. Put your answers out in the comments. If it's too spicy, I'll drink and I'm not gonna answer. I'm sorry. I'm just a girl. I'm sorry. Let's be more conversational, less unfiltered. Wait. More conversational and whatever. Assuming you were single, what would it take to get back with your last ex? I don't know if I can answer that on the podcast, so I'm going to I'm going to drink. Wow, cut. That is a crazy question. That is a crazy question. Question number 2. What's something that you do that you wonder if other people do too, but don't know for certain? You know what I've been thinking about a lot is that I feel like I be having a lot of like really bad thoughts when I see someone. Like, I see somebody, y'all, I'm sorry. Know that my heart is pure, okay? I seen somebody, she was looking at me, but one eye was looking at somebody else. And in my head, I said, should I say hi? But if she's not looking at me, do I become the asshole? So I be having these thoughts, like, should I say these things out loud or should I just keep them to myself? And I wonder, am I the only one that's thinking it? Last question. I get a news alert that instantly makes me extremely happy, but no one else here cares. What's the news? Ooh, I think for me, if I hit 1,000 subscribers before July, that would make me extremely happy. So if you haven't already, click subscribe, please, 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 please. I don't know if y'all would care, but that would make me the happiest person in the world. So this might be my favorite episode. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it was super honest, super fun. The court cases this week were chef's kiss. If you haven't already, please like, share, comment, subscribe on this video. I would love if you come back next week. If you haven't already seen our lesbian court merch that dropped, please go ahead and shop. I will be hopefully posting some pictures once I get mine in the mail next week so that y'all can see it. I'm so happy that y'all joined me today. I hope that you come back. I'm so thankful for y'all, and of course, as always, I just had something to say. Bye. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.